What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Amazon Prime Video's new series, ZeroZeroZero. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Amazon Prime Video for granting me the screener to the entire 8 episodes of this new show. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore I will honor their request. Okay, the simplest way for me to describe ZeroZeroZero is that it's like the perfect cross between Traffic and The Godfather. So you got that old school Cosa Nostra mafia, and then you got that merciless narco style gangsters as well, and there's a family entrepreneurial drama. All these 3 plots cross paths, they intertwine, and they all have a shared interesting storytelling format, which I will explain to you further in this review. This, ZeroZeroZero, is a project of an ambitious proportions. I mean, you will be impressed just by the grand scale of its logistics alone. But for reals though, whatever the budget that was spent on ZeroZeroZero, it all paid off in the realism and the authenticity and the level of discomfort that they obviously were going for. Based on best-selling author Roberto Saviano's book of the same title, ZeroZeroZero is about a journey of a cocaine shipment from the moment a powerful cartel of Italian criminals decide to buy it, up until the cargo is delivered and paid for. The international cocaine trade has its roots in the fragile network linking powerful organizations and the individuals who participate in the process. The series follows the mechanism of this illegal economy that becomes part of the legal economy. The Mexican cartels managing the drugs production, Italian crime syndicates handling worldwide distribution, and American businessmen and women controlling the seemingly infinite amount of money which this market produces. But what happens when one of the parts on this giant wheel breaks down just as a massive shipment of cocaine is being moved from Mexico to Europe? The lives and livelihood of everybody involved hang in the balance. As I said earlier, 3 parts intertwining, one of which is what happens when a special force officer in Mexico decides that he wants to have more and be more. So he becomes corrupt and makes his way into slowly and surely building his army in order to take the cartel's entire control. The other storyline is about a young Italian man who's part of the mafia, and he really wants to topple his boss's leadership, but he is incompetent and has way too many blind spots, which ultimately work against him and everybody connected to him. And the third are the siblings, played by Andrea Riseborough and Dane, who honestly just want to continue their father's business. They really don't have any other objective other than that, but the power struggle around them keeps throwing them off the rails. And because of that, they often find themselves in shitty situations that are not part of their initial plans, but they're also persuasive enough to get themselves out of it every time. When you're dealing with a highly complex show like this, which features 3 languages and multiple shooting locations, you can't help but admire all the work and manpower that went into putting all of this together. From the script to the production design to the cinematography, and much credit also goes to the casting director who managed to round up these incredibly committed actors. But here is what gives this show its unique flavor. In each episode, the story would direct you one way, focusing on one character, for example, and then halfway through, the big reveal arrives, and immediately the story takes you to what happens to the other character when the former events were taking place simultaneously. I know it sounds confusing coming out of my mouth, but you'll see what I'm talking about once you've watched the show. And this storytelling format is brilliant because 000 really messes with your expectations. But hey, at least it doesn't leave the explanation till the very last round. It doesn't leave you baffled and wondering because you get to see both sides of the same coin in each episode every step of the way. It's a very tough watch though because 000's graphic violence is unapologetically disturbing. Now, if you've seen 3 seasons of Narcos, for example, it would be totally understandable if you wanted to take a long break from any on-screen cartel depictions because they can be a bit too much, and I totally understand. So heads up, 000 features something similar but to the nth degree. The dynamic between Dane DeHaan and Andrea Riseborough is certainly an intriguing one. You feel for their characters fearing each other's safety, and you also get the sense that oftentimes they are in way over their heads and they let their guard down in places where they shouldn't. Out of all the key characters on this show, and trust me, there are plenty of them, these two are the ones that I think you as audiences will easily cheer for and empathize with the most. 000 is gritty, it's dark, it's heavy. You may even see it as depressing, dirty, and hopeless, but it's also fascinating and riveting and tricky clever. The characters are ruthless, the twists and turns are massive. It is an epic undertaking, so well crafted that you will be fixated on it, no doubt.